Going. What do you think of the opportunity you get to call some plays in this ball
Good.
game?
I'm excited about it. I'm just honored to have Coach Strong have trust in me and to be able to go and, basically, continue to build on what Coach Gilbert started. We did some really good things over the past 2 years. Just want to end a bowl game, have these seniors go out the right way and, and just give our guys the best opportunity to go and win.
Critical question. You going to be on the field or in the box?
I'll be in the box.
Oh,
yep,
that's where you've been all year, right?
I've been there the whole time. That way I can see things and make sure our offense is operating the way it needs to.
What was that conversation like with Coach Strong when he told you, okay, I want you to call the plays?
You're going to have the offense. All right, break. No, it was a good conversation. He's like, I want you to run the quarterback meetings and run the offense. It was pretty simple.
How many offense coordinators did you have in college? 5?
Let's see. So I had 4 head coaches. I had 5 offensive coordinators and 5 position coaches, along with the guys that I've worked with. So I've got a large amount of information in my brain, So being able to kind of put that in perspective and learn from really, really good coaches, guys who have been head coaches in the NFL and college. And, I think that I've been pretty much taught everything but the triple option.
In 2008, you were under was your OC?
Yeah, so if you want the whole background?
Yeah, you're transferring.
Okay, the whole background is, a motto with Coach Tressman, who was the coach of the Bears, and he was my position coach. Then Dana Bible with Coach O'Brien. After that, I transferred to Louisville with Coach Cragthorpe, and that was Coach Braun was coordinator quarterbacks coach, and then Coach Wells was the coordinator quarterback coach, who's now at Texas Tech. And then the last year was Coach Sanford was our quarterback, and then quarterback coach was Mike Groh with Coach Strong. So, and now Coach Groh is with the Eagles. So quite a bit from just a player standpoint. And then, one of my mentors, Coach Watson, was with him a long time, at Texas and Louisville, and learned a lot of good stuff from all those guys.
Have you literally taken a little bit from each of those people?
Absolutely, absolutely. You have to. I learned it as a young coach just to soak in everything. Because there's a bunch of ways to do things. There's the new age go fast. There's the old age shift in motion. There's a bunch of stuff out there. At the end of the day, you got to get your guys to execute. You got to get your players to play well. And as long as you have confidence and they'll buy in and they'll go play really well for you.
Do you consider this like an audition for future?
I just want to win the bowl game. I think that's the biggest goal. Just go win the football game. I've been taken care of by Coach Strong. I don't need anything more than he's ever given me. And so I've worked hard for him. I'll just continue to do that.
How have the players responded to you?
Good. They respond to every single coach on this staff. They responded well, and the biggest thing is they've just responded to going back on the grass. We hit a little bit of slide there. They're just excited to go out and play one more time this season, especially for those seniors. So you've seen those guys just have a lot of pep in their step just in practice in general. It doesn't matter who's calling it. I mean, those guys they've showed up for every game. They've given great effort in practice, and they have not changed. To answer your question, they've been great all year.
Can you talk about your relationship with Coach Strong, what he's meant to you?
Yeah, I mean, he's the only head guy that I've ever worked for from a coaching standpoint, and I love the man. He changed my life. I was a transfer and played football and didn't like it really till my senior year at college, and he just brought that passion, and you really feed off of that. You really feel like he cares about you. I have a unique perspective in that I was a player and now coach for him, so I know what these guys are getting with Coach Strong, and that's why I've stayed with him. And he's given me opportunities to prove myself. He's made me earn it. He hasn't given me anything, and he's really developed me. But at the end of the day, he's a great man and a great person, and you want to work for a guy like that.
One of the bigger things for a play caller is sequencing the plays. How do you approach that?
Run, pass, stay balanced, and just trying to stay in the moment, and it's not like we haven't been through this, before as an offense, and we've been running this same offense for a long time. So it sort of runs itself. As long as you have a good plan, you can call it. Our guys execute. You should have answers for whatever you see on defense.
Without getting into detail, obviously, have you had time to put in some wrinkles? Obviously, I'm sure you have some ideas.
Well, yeah, it's a bowl game. You're going to do that no matter what. You get an extra 15 practices, so there's wrinkles, there's things. But in the end, we have a great offense, that has been really successful here and in other places. So, and our guys have really responded to that offense. We're able to run the football. We're able to protect. We're able to pass. We've been able to do it all year, and now we just got to go put points up. That's the biggest thing. We just got to finish. You know, I think that's what we've been missing a little bit. We just got to finish, and that goes on players, coaches, everybody, the entire program. So yeah, there's wrinkles, but at the end of the day, we're trying to edge up our craft. I mean, we're trying to make sure that we do the right thing, practice really well with great effort.
Yeah, it's difficult. Your first time calling a game, you don't know who the quarterback's going to be, or it's going to be a game time decision. How have the three quarterbacks responded?
Oh, they've been great. They've been great, but they've been great since I've been here. You know, I've just been able to work with them for, 2 weeks. And having gotten to know them throughout this process, I already knew who they were, you know, but when you get in that quarterback room, it becomes a more intimate, you know, you get to know those guys and how they work, and those guys have been awesome. But they've been awesome since, you know, forever. They've had coaching changes. They've been program guys. You know, Blake did a great job coming in here and absorbing all of this and becoming a bull really quickly. Those guys are all pros, you know, and so when you have that, it's easy to show up and coach. Those guys made it easy for me.
Have you reached out to Coach Watson since?
Yeah, we talk quite a bit. You know, he's done a great job at Pitt. You know, he does it, and like I said, you like working for great people, and that's what I have in Coach Strong and, you know, Coach Gilbert and Coach Watson. All those guys that I've learned from, you know, over the years have been the one consistent thing is they're great people.
But these extra practices, I'm presuming you've had a chance to work the two young quarterbacks a little bit. How have they progressed during the course of the season? Really
good. I think, you know, you're talking about McLeod and Battle. Those guys are really talented. Both very different. One's really big and one's a little bit more slight, but, you know, they both have really good personalities. I think that's always critical when you have a young quarterback, is to see those guys interact with their teammates. So you judge that every day, and they do a great job. You know, I think Jordan has really acquitted himself well. I mean, he listens in meetings, does a great job on the field, has given us great scout looks. And Octavius the same way. He's a little bit quieter, but he's got a really quiet confidence about him, and gives our guys great looks. They just want to be team players, and I think as young guys, knowing that they have a limited role, you know, during the season, to take the role that they've had, you know, in the scout team and scout looks and take the pride in that shows a lot about them. So, you know, the future is definitely bright for that quarterback room.
So, with you being the OC quarterback coach, who's taking over for tight ends and special teams?
We're just kind of doing it all as a staff. You know, we're meeting together, installing together, making sure everybody hears the same voice. So, you know, and Coach Gill is able to work with those guys, but we're all supervised. We're all doing it all together.
Practice is going for you and all the activities you guys are doing?
Ball practice has been great. It's a lot of fun, and all the activities we have been doing, I have had a lot of fun.
You got a favorite activity of all the ones you guys have done so far?
We went to the beach and we was all jumping in the pool. That was my favorite one.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
You got a new offensive coordinator for the bowl game. How's that been? How's that transition been?
It's been good. We want to thank Coach Burke for all that he done. I'm happy for him getting a head coaching job, and we just picking up where we left off.
What do you like about him? What makes him a good coach to work with?
Coach Burke?
Yeah.
Oh, Coach Burke. He knows a lot. He knows concepts. He knows how to attack defenses. So it's going to be good. We're going to pull out some good stuff.
Along those lines, obviously, without getting specific, will Bulls fans maybe see some surprises, things they haven't seen this year?
Hopefully, we'll see a little trickery. We're going to have to wait till game day to find out.
Okay.
How have the quarterbacks been with the transition and with the uncertainty of late starting?
Well, all the quarterbacks have been transitioning well. I'm not sure who's going to make that start, but we're going to find out game day.
You put up some good stats in your first season. What are your thoughts on your season? How much fun has it been to contribute like you have?
It's been very fun. I'm very thankful for the coaches putting me in the position they have put me in and me just capitalizing. It's been very fun for me. I had an amazing freshman year.
Bowl practice been going. How's the events? And you got a favorite one?
They've been going. Practice has been going well. Everybody's enjoying themselves. It's a lot of people's last rodeo here in Tampa and in Ray J, and practice has been going really well. My favorite event is probably Busch Gardens. I was one of the select few to be able to feed the gorilla that was there. I was pretty nervous at first. I didn't know how close we were going to be, but we weren't too close to it. But it was a great experience. I learned a lot of things that I did not even have any clue about, but it was a great experience.
How's the transition been going from Coach Gilbert to Coach Burke?
Coach Burke is doing a great job. Congrats to Coach Gilbert for his new job over there. I know he's going to do a tremendous job over there. Coach Burke's been doing an excellent job over here. He's been in the system for the same amount of time probably as I have, so he's doing a tremendous job with all the new stuff that he's putting in, and just keeping the team all together on the offense. But hats off to him so far.
In a month between games, an opportunity to forget about how the season ended and kind of recharge the batteries and look forward to the bowl game.
Like you said, we've had pretty much a month off. Get our legs back, kind of. Like you said, it's been a tough 5 weeks for us, but we're all looking forward to coming out there on Thursday night. We don't have our heads down or anything like that. We know what we're capable of, and yeah, things haven't been going our way, but we stay together as a team, and that's the most important part.
After your season that you've had, have you submitted paperwork for a draft evaluation?
I have not done anything of that sort. I have yet to speak with my parents or even my coaches about any of that stuff. So right now, I'll just focus on the bowl game, and we've only been on a 5-game lose streak, so that's more of an individual thing. Right now, I'm still on team right now, and getting us back on the W side.
There's a very good chance y'all could be playing on a wet field Thursday night. You think that benefits you?
It could go either or. I don't think I've played on a wet field in a long time, probably since high school. So it could go either way, good or bad.
I'd like to go gloveless. Would you bring out the gloves?
Probably not. I feel like the reason why I don't wear gloves most of the time is I feel like when I have the gloves on, I don't have a grip on the ball. And I like to keep my hands wet a little bit when I run the ball, so I have a better grip on the football. So I feel like it's an advantage for me personally, but I probably won't put any gloves on.
Looking at your season, how much fun has it been, contributing like you have and getting some school records in the process?
It's been a great season. Yes, we've lost a couple games, but overall it's been a great time for me. I sat out last year, and I'm just happy to be out there with my guys, and they've done a great job. Everybody from freshmen to seniors and sophomores to juniors, we just all stayed together through the good and the bad, and I'm really proud of everybody.